And other things too.
What other thing?
I don't remember. Hey everybody, Gunner and Bird here, blah 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 Chronicles.
You're calling the one dude Rocky Dennis, or whether the Predator Rocky Dennis, but that's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, what we're talking about here is like this is of course right after we got done filming, we filmed the Predator fan film and it was fucking awful. And we were talking about Bird has some spicy opinions in this episode. Well, in that episode. I don't know what's going to happen in this episode you're watching right now. Who fucking knows?
I just have questions, and questions are okay.
So, yeah, we're one step closer to fucking Christmas, and I ain't done fuck all. Won't do fuck all. It sucks.
What do you mean? You won't do, like, decorate or what?
No, I mean, we did that, but that's about it. I just can't, like, watch any Christmas movies or nothing at all. Nothing like that.
Well, bah humbug.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to need some blonde chick to come and, like, drug me, tie me up, and get the humbug out of me.
Yeah, that sounds a little more sexual than the movie was.
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of bit.
Jamie's watching the royal thing. Dude, did you hear about that? Wasn't that royal? What is it called? The Crown, right. The Crown. And like they had to put a disclaimer out because idiots. No, I know, and that's not about the lies. I'm like, it's like people thought that this was like a documentary. I don't know, some shit. Like those were actually royals, or people are stupid nowadays. And I think they had to put a disclaimer out about it because people were so invested they actually thought that she was the queen. I don't know. People are stupid.
Okay, yes, I will agree with that.
Why not just watching more of these, like Downton Abbey and shit, and The Crown and stuff? Everybody has etiquette and they're all well behaved, And then I watch Squidbillies.
So, yeah. I got nothing. Predator New Blood really fucking took it out of me, man. It's no Crider, which that's after Christmas. After Christmas, we do one of the greatest things we've ever fucking watched. I think we brought it up. I brought it up before, so whatever.
Yeah, maybe. It was good though.
Yeah.
I got my car fixed. I got
cool.
my brakes done. I don't know if they hear that. You know why it sounded like I remember I saying like it was grinding, and I thought it was something to do with the rotor or whatever it was, and it was just the brakes were locked or some shit. They said it was actually frozen locked.
No, I don't think you said anything to me about that. I don't remember that at all.
But yeah. So
Crap.
that's the last thing I got to worry about. But
so yeah,
my job hasn't called me. I don't know what they're doing.
Who hasn't called you?
My job, I know that they're just straight to takeout, but I just figured my boss would call me and say what was, what I should do or what the plan is or whatever. I just started collecting, and I'm not waiting for them. You know what I mean? They're not going to call me. I'm just going to do my own thing.
Yeah, I hope I can get it this time. I did the deal. I reopened my claim, but after last time with the confusion that was and what the restaurant did before and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I hope I get it.
Yeah, me too.
I know I'm definitely laid off for at least 3 weeks, and I guess whatever happens after that.
I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't every single chronicle for us to be like we're unemployed, we suck.
Well, it's not our fault.
No, I know, but we suck.
That is our fault.
That is our fault.
Yeah.
Percent.
I don't know. We need some fun stuff to talk about, man.
Fun stuff?
Yeah. Nothing. Neither one of us got anything.
Well, do you want to talk a tiny bit of politics here real quick?
Well, your real quick means it's going to go on for 45 fucking minutes.
No, I was just saying like that it's all said and done now. Like, do they keep going? They keep saying it?
It's not technically over and done because they still have that hope of January 5th or 6th or whatever day that is. You know, they're still hoping that that it'll reverse.
Really?
Yes, they do have that hope, dude. I've seen it. Because, I'm one of those people, like I said, I fucking lurk on Facebook comments to see all these crazies, to see what the fuck they're saying. Yeah, they're still crazy.
They still think there's a chance.
Yes, they still think there's a fucking chance. Dude, what would happen? So, okay, just say, right? We get to the point, we get to like January 5th or 6th. What happens if, like, they were like, yeah, we're reversing it. Trump is now president again for 4 years. What would just happen? Like, not just to me and you, because we would just explode. But what would happen to, like, everybody else?
I think the country would. I think the same thing would happen to them. Would happen to us. They'd explode. The whole country would explode. Like, what? You can't just fucking do that.
I mean, you'd have all the crazies in the streets like, woo, woo,
yeah,
shooting guns in the air and killing people a mile away.
Yeah, I mean that kind of like you kind of see that kind of thing where people are used to seeing that kind of thing overseas, but now our own domestic terrorists are out there, and I don't care what anybody says, KKK, Proud Boys, and any other group that does stupid shit like that. I don't care what side they're on, you're a domestic terrorist,
So fun stuff.
Fun stuff. You don't get to take the law in your own hands. Sorry.
Yeah. Fun stuff. We need fun stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I got no fun stuff though. Because all I can do basically is bitch about Cyberpunk more because I quit. I gave up on that piece of fucking shit. I'll go back in like 4 months when it works.
I just saw an advertisement for it, and Keanu Reeves was on there, and he was like, "It's the best. It's the greatest." I was like, "You probably shouldn't have put your name on it."
Well, dude, there are fucking memes. It's like it's great because it's like there's memes everywhere. I was like, this game is memes now, but it's like they'll have a meme that says, what we were promised, and it'll be a picture of Keanu Reeves, and it'll be like, what we got. It'll be some dude with a beard and long hair. It'll be like what console players got. It'll be like some Rocky Dennis version of fucking Keanu Reeves.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Is it just that these places are under pressure to push these out?
Yes. That is it. They like, yeah, that is 100% it. They wanted it out by fucking Christmas time.
Well, what about that one company that did The Witcher? Aren't those?
That's the same company. That's the same fucking company.
But they were the ones that pushed back against people trying to rush that.
Yes. Yeah, dude, The Witcher release, when Witcher 3 first came out, it was semi-buggy. But, like, yeah, dude, I don't know, dude. It's like, that's the same company, but, like, yeah, it's just broken as fuck, dude. It's like, when I quit it crashed 3 times yesterday morning in, like, an hour and a half. Like, completely crashed. Like, exit the game, got to start the game all over again, go through the load screens, all the fucking bullshit. And then what finally was the final fucking straw was I got to a place, got out of the car, and I just fell through the world into the abyss, And I was like, fuck you. Just fuck you.
Yeah. Okay. The PlayStation and the Xbox, like the newer ones, like both are like, I think now, well, from Target, from what I saw, it's like $500 a piece. Are they worth $500 a fucking, are they worth $500? That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And it kills me because like these companies that like Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, Sony and everything, they know people are hurting, but they still charge an outrageous amount for this fucking thing that I guarantee you is not that far advanced than the one I got.
Well, it is though. I mean, 7 years.
Yeah, but
7 years is a long time.
Yeah, so they add a few features. Ooh, I don't think it's worth $500.
Yeah, well, not like you could get one now anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's just it's like Call of Duty. You pump one out every year. It looks like the game every single year, and it's just like, and people still spend tons of money on the same game every year.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, all they did was change a few characters, a few storylines. That's it. Everything else is the same.
Well, depending on the Call of Duty, and some of them they even just took the storyline out. It just made it multiplayer.
Right.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the console thing. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna get one anyway, because like all these scalpers and stuff bought everything up, and they're selling them online for like $3,000 and stuff if you want a PlayStation 5 or a Series X.
That kind of thing, dude. Like, I mean, people are like, life is short, blah blah blah. I like, it's not that short. You know, let's not spread it too thin. Like, you can wait for that kind of thing to go down in price to get, you know. I was like, I get it. Like, if your kids, like, that's why I fucking hate Christmas. You know, not. I mean, like, I like it, but I hate it because, you know, all it is just when you're for an adult is consumerism. You know, like buy, spend, 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 and if you don't, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
So, like, every single Christmas, parents that can't afford things have to have this guilt trip put on them. You know, they got to feel guilty inside and put stress on them. You know what I mean? Which doesn't help with their health or whatever. So now they're stressed, their health is down, and now you got COVID, you got all the crap. You know, they should really cut prices, slash them the fuck down for across the board on everything. You know, to make it a little bit easier on everybody this Christmas. Instead, they're like, no, let's charge the maximum amount because everybody's rich as balls. Everybody's got Kardashian money to throw around.
I mean, capitalism.
Fuck them.
Capitalism, dude. Come on now. You're anti-American. You're supposed to fucking charge every last penny you can and bleed the poor, normal people dry. Yeah. America.
I guess I'm un-American because I care if people get health care or have a living wage and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, you un-American bastard.
Yeah, I'm such an un-American bastard. I care about my fellow American. I'm such an un-American fuck.
Go to Europe, you goddamn commie.
Yeah. If you want government that cares about you, go to Europe. Here we're hard. We don't give a fuck. You know, it's like people that but over here, the people that go against their own interest, you know, it drives me insane. It's got to drive the rest of the world insane watching people over here just constantly vote against their own interests, you know. And then what must really drive them nuts is watching our politicians do this Jedi mind trick of stupid. And everybody's like, I don't want health care. I should earn it on my own, even though it's damn near impossible, you know. Like, you know, I don't need help, even though it in this climate it's hard to, you know, like it's back in the day, you had you had one breadwinner, you had two cars, you know what I mean, you had someone who could stay home, and I'm not saying that that's, you know, when we nowadays that could be man or woman, you know what I mean, you know, as far as who stays home and stuff, but yeah, but like, you know, you used to have all that. Now you don't got nothing. Now it's the struggle is hard real, you know? Like, and I said the reason why products suck, you know, we were talking about how products back in the day were built a little bit better and whatever, you know. Yeah, it had some fucked up flaws, like some things had like, you know, lead-based paint, whatever. But like the structure of the shit fucking lasted, you know. Like nowadays everything's plastic and falls apart in 10 seconds. Well, first off, it's because people don't give a fuck. You know, the ones that are building this shit don't give a fuck. The ones inventing it don't give a fuck. There's no American dream. The curtain's been pulled back. You know what I mean? Like, everybody can see it for what it is. There's no American dream. There's no getting to the top unless you're already super rich, you know, or you suck some dick, you know, whatever. Like, there's no getting there. There's no there. You know what I mean? It's struggle, then you die. And everybody knows that now. And that's why nobody's going to put the effort in.
Yeah. Well, it's also too
Why don't
like
you bother if you already know that that game is really rigged? You know, the game of life is really rigged. Like, it's not the elections, not that, it's that. That's what's rigged. You know, the poor stay down, the rich stay up. You know,
yeah,
hey, happy.
yeah. I don't know. Happy. I got nothing. It's only 15 minutes long. This is like, we need something better.
That's gonna be the title. Happy? Question mark.
Happy exclamation question mark.
So I'm a little worried about um first off, okay. Like, my question would be, as far as movies go, it's a question for movies. Like Godzilla versus King Kong. When did it finish? When was it filmed? Mortal Kombat. When was it finished? When was it filmed? Like, was this all done in a lockdown studio with everybody wearing masks and shit and hand sanitizer? Like, I want to know how they got these things done during this pandemic, because as far as I know, the Batman had to be shut down, or the production had to be shut down because of COVID. So how the fuck did King Kong Godzilla, which I didn't even know was being filmed, got done? How did Mortal Kombat, that I didn't even know was being filmed, got done? All these films got done, and you're like, how? And I do agree with some people out in California that say, why is it okay that outside dining is prohibited, but these big movie studios can have like catering outside, just like they would a restaurant? That's okay, but they can't have restaurant. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not trying to sound like a Karen or whatever. All I'm saying is they gotta make it a little more balanced, or at least make more sense to people, because that doesn't make sense to me. You know, I don't get it at all. Like, why is this okay but that's not okay? You know, that needs to be answered. You know, and I don't think people should blame restaurants solely. Like, it's not restaurants that are solely the problem. Ignorance is the problem.
Yeah, but yeah,
You don't
it
think
is. But it's also where,
like, okay, I'm just saying that all the people crammed into Walmart, that's not a super spreader. All the people crammed into grocery stores, that's not a super spreader. You know, like,
yeah,
why?
but also they're supposed to have like, like restrictions for how many people they can have in. But yeah, I mean, it's still, but you're people. I don't know. People are just as irresponsible there too. But it's like people, at least they're supposed to be wearing their masks at all time in a fucking Walmart or a store. But like when they're in a restaurant, they're still, that point was, oh, taking it off to eat. So why even, that's stupid.
Yeah. Well, because like my question from that, like, and I get that, because like I questioned that too, as far as like, just because you sit down doesn't mean the germs are up here and you can't get it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that completely. And restaurants probably should have been shut down before, but they have to guarantee they're going to be able to help people. You can't just tell people you got to be unemployed, but we're not going to help you, you know. And I mean, hopefully the curtains pulled back on that one, as far as like politicians and how invested they are in us and not some big corporation, because I think it's clear as day that who they're backing. It ain't us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, like, and another question, as far as politics goes, is all these guys that signed up for this crap Texas lawsuit, all these people that just got elected, that were on the ballots, that they're questioning. I don't think they should be allowed to be sworn in. I think that, well, doesn't that just basically nullify your whole thing? If you think it was rigged, why do you get
I don't know. I got nothing. Nothing at all. I got no answers, no nothing.
it? Well, then you're like most Americans.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
What? 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 Because I think that's what we've been doing for 4 years now. That's the one word that's come out of most of everyone's mouths for 4 years is what? What? Or what? Like, in different forms too, where we're like, what? Or what? like for 4 years, everybody's done that, and now we're doing it even more now. They're like, no stimulus package for anybody, but corporations get all the protection they need, and you're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we move on to why, how.
But yeah, I mean, you can tell like how much our episodes, whatever we're filming, like affects these because we filmed Kreider on Saturday. The Chronicles is happy and yay and talking about things, and now we're just like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, since I can't get into Christmas stuff, I've been watching the Bond movies again.
I have a feeling people are gonna hate me for my my fat people rage or my questions.
Well,
But
you got like 2 weeks before that airs, so you'll forget you even said any of that stuff by that point.
maybe you could forget that I said it and just erase it off of there.
That episode would just have to go away. Which I'd be fine with because fuck that that Predator motherfucker. But yeah, since I did find the James Bond fan film we should have watched instead, but we did Predator New Blood.
well, it's kind of like Joe Rogan. If Joe Rogan questioned a couple things back in the day, and of course everybody lost their minds. And all he asked was, "Is it okay for a person who used to be a guy in sports turns transgender and still does something like wrestling or MMA, and you're fighting women when your bone structure is different? You're obviously stronger. You know what I mean? Like, is it an unfair advantage?" I agree with him. Yes, it is. It's not. It's like I don't know. Like it seems to me like that. I'm sure, like I don't know. What do you think?
Once again I have no opinion. Like honestly, because I don't give a flying fuck about any of it. I don't give a fuck about people wrestling. I don't give a fuck about any sports, nothing. So I don't give a fuck. Have a fucking goddamn fucking golden retriever play the game for all I care.
Oh, dude, speaking of sports, what's killing me is watching the Steeler game. You know, the past couple Steeler games that I've noticed is like the announcers on there. Like if they could be any more biased, I'm sure they could or would. You know, it's like, but goddamn, it's like watching old school WWF with like Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura. You know what I mean? Like the one guy's like, hey, Steelers aren't too bad. And then you got Tony Romo, who's never won a fucking thing, and Chris Collinsworth, that skinny neck prick, who I'm pretty sure has never won dick except for the award for being the biggest ass kisser, because he was on there in Josh Allen, the quarterback for Buffalo Bills. He's damn near swallowing the dude's hog the whole way through the thing. I can't believe he was able to talk with, while he was gurgling Allen's balls the whole time, Seriously, anytime the guy farted on the fucking field and Collinsworth was like, well, I'll tell you what, he's the greatest I've ever seen. I'm like, oh, fuck me. Seriously. Like what is the NFL's bias against Pittsburgh? Like they love the Patriots. They love, they love Kansas City. They love all these fucking teams. And then when they talk about Pittsburgh, they're like, meh, meh, mm, you know. We got how many Super Bowls do we got? How many Pro Bowl players? How many fucking like decades of dominance? Suck my dick. You're gonna sit there and give the Browns all kinds of love and shit. Oh, get the fuck out. I remember last year they were talking about Baker Mayfield being a puss, and now they're all on his nutsack. Get out of here. God.
I got nothing still. I left everything I had on the field that was Predator New Blood.
Listen, you gotta let chubby carrot titties go, okay? You can't let chubby carrot titties ruin your day.
Oh, it's not gonna ruin my day. I'm gonna forget about it as soon as we're off of here.
But you really got nothing, huh?
Until I edit tomorrow, then it's all gotta flood back again. Meh. Yeah, dude, I really got nothing. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, you know how like people want to clamp down on misinformation with politics and stuff? I think they should clamp down on misinformation with movie shit. I'm so tired of fucking hearing about how Ben Affleck's coming back as Batman or Michael Keaton or this or oh, you know, Ben Affleck might be in a Dark Knight movie they're gonna make. You know, stop it. Like I haven't heard anything official like that. You have. I mean, like, unless it's coming out of his fucking mouth personally. You know, all these clickbait shit. They should really clamp down on that. You know, especially on YouTube. You know, they have a thing on there with a title that's completely misleading just so you look at the video. You know, that's what they should clamp down on. Like Floyd Mayweather gets knocked out. You're like, what? And then you click on it, and it's from a clip of fucking him fighting Zab Judah back in the day, and it's one clip, and his, you know, and you're like, he did what, you know, yeah, and then of course every single comment's like clickbait, cocksucker, clickbait, you know, and I'm like, yeah, but why don't they fucking clamp down on that shit that you can't just, you know. Scarlett Johansson's puss, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" Of course, everybody's gonna click on that video, you know. And all it is her petting a cat, and they're like, "God damn it!" Like,
I
dude,
still got nothing.
I'd be the first one clicking on that video.
I
And
still got nothing.
I think she's so hot, I'd probably still thumbs up the video, even if she's just petting her puss. Ugh. I got nothing. You're just gonna sit there and stare at me, you weirdo?
Pretty fucking much, I guess. I don't know.
Looking like a big fucking fleshy pumpkin. And your beard's askew. Why is it askew?
I don't fucking know.
You
Probably
were,
wearing
you were doing this.
probably lots of mask wearing, you know, making it all weird.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. People are like, the mask is causing me to get this and this, and I'm like, get the hell out of here. You know, like a doctor's wear it all day. Shut up. You know, it's been people that bitch about having to do things nowadays. You know, like, excuse me, but like our forefathers and our grandfathers and stuff had to go to war in a rickety ass plane, getting shot at. You know, they had to do all that. They had to do all this crazy shit to sacrifice. You know, and now people are so fucking puss muffined. They're like, hey, can you wear a mask to protect your fellow man and woman? No, that's against my freedoms.
Yeah.
I got nothing, right?
I got nothing.
Well, let's see if we can keep going.
No.
Dude, this is what I want to see. We'll finish off with this. At
Okay.
Biden's inauguration, I want to see Trump interrupt it. I don't want to see him go to Florida and have some stupid separate rally. No, I want to see him run up onto the stage and try to like do a Kanye West and pull the mic away from him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish, but before that, I just want to say this whole thing was rigged. I won the whole thing. Everybody knows it, you know. And then he hands the mic back and walks away, you know. Yeah, that's what I want to see, you know. Because I mean, why not? Why not finish off like that? You know, you've gone this far. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, might as well start 2021 off in the fucking, you know, just in the same note that 2020 ended in.
Yeah. I can we just like we've had enough excitement for 4 years. I'd like to start off 2021 with a yawn, not a bang.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not probably gonna happen.
Well, it might, because at least we're not going to have some narcissistic ego fat pork chop in the White House that needs his name mentioned every 10 seconds to get a hard on.
He'll just be somewhere else doing the exact same thing.
Oh,
And we'll
yeah.
still be seeing him every fucking day.
You think that once he's out of office, like him, Lou Dobbs, and Sean Hannity are all going to be in a hot tub together, you know, tickling each other's balls with their toes, you know, and talking about how great they are? You know, and then both sitting there stroking his dick and his ego at the same time, like, you're the greatest, Mr. President. You didn't lose that election, I guarantee. And then Lou Dobbs' bright, shiny teeth, you know, fall. He takes them out for a second just so he can go under the water real quick. He's like, my hair dye will probably run, but whatever. At least I get to satisfy my leader.
On that note,
I hope they all feel good about themselves, that they're willing to protect the man and not the country. Protect the man and not the democracy. Protect the man and not the Constitution. I hope you feel great about yourselves.
I'm sure they feel fucking great sleeping on their piles of money.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. That's why everybody's like, you know, of course, people are like, Mitch McConnell's holding up the whole thing. And I was like, possibly. Yeah, maybe. But it still doesn't change the fact that he's only worth $43 billion and Pelosi's worth $120 billion. You know, it's still a lot of money. Still a little too much for our representatives to have. Like, you should ask, it's just very simple. You know, like, why are you dirt poor, but your representatives that represent you are fucking mega rich? You know, they're living the life they promised you to have. They're living the life they keep promising you. Isn't
Dude,
it?
there's no promise. You don't get no promise
Every
of nothing.
election, they tell you you're going to be okay. You're going to be great. Everything's going to be great for you. But it's great for them. That's what they mean.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's killer that you know, I mean, they're living the life they keep promising you, that they're going to be able to provide you. They got the free health care. They got the, you know, the government housing. Everything. They're fine. They got, you know, they got food cards, gas cards. They got everything. They are set. And not to mention the pensions, the guaranteed pensions that they all get when they leave office. You know, it's a killer. We're not guaranteed shit. You know, I mean, hell, look at them with the stimulus thing. They're like, we might give you something. We might. I don't know. It's like, fuck you. You work for us. Give it.
Yeah.
Or get the fuck out. That's how it should be. Give it up, or get the fuck out. You know, I mean, that's the big question. It's like everybody on both sides, Republican, Democrat, should be like, why am I dirt poor, but my representatives fucking just loaded? It's your money, bitch.
But it's like also, it's like you'd think it'd be like, you know, how like you think they'd be able just to come together and be like, hey, you know, no matter how shitty they look at us, if we give them some money right before Christmas, people will like us. They can't
Yeah,
even do that.
they won't like them, but they'll at least they'll be like, okay, they did one thing right.
Yeah. But no, we ain't gonna see shit, dude. We ain't gonna see shit at all.
You know, and what they're gonna do is turn around and make you feel guilty for asking for it.
We didn't
Americans
even
want
ask for it. We
Americans
need
want
it.
to earn their money. Americans need to earn their money. They don't want to have a free handout. Meanwhile, that guy who just told you that has been getting handouts ever since he got into office. But yeah,
Yeah.
let him Jedi mind trick you into thinking you should be proud. You should have too much pride to accept that check, even though I don't. You know what I mean? Like, he's sitting there like this, telling you this while he's got his hand in the back, taking all that fucking cash that the oil companies and the Wall Street bankers and all the other horse shit. You know what I mean? They're collecting. They're making bank. And I love it. The fact that all these people in this country are unemployed, they're out of a job, they're still getting paid. They're still getting paid while telling you to be patient.
Yeah.
It ain't right. I don't give a fuck who gets sworn into office. Unless things change where they represent us, I don't give a fuck who's in office. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. I don't give a fuck who. They need to start showing up, like showing out, like gifts, like at least pretend you represent us and not just yourselves.
Good luck on that.
Yeah. Happy happy, 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 happy.
Yes.
Are you saying yes to me or Jesus?
No, yeah, yes to Trish.
Oh,
She's ordering Chinese takeout, so she was asking about that.
well, that'll make you feel better
Yes, it will.
until like it starts, all that grease and shit they put in there starts to permeate your gut. And you're like, what? You either barf or shit yourself.
I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be happy. Happy.
Yeah, last time I ate out at the Chinese food, dude, I had like oil come out of my ass.
Well, you probably just, I don't know where you go, but you probably went to some, I don't know.
Like I was literally secreting oil for like 3 days straight.
Well, did you just eat nothing but like egg rolls and crab ragoons or something?
That'll do it. Yeah. Like, dude, I do like me some egg rolls. But
Fuck yeah, dude.
they make this meal. It's called Happy Family. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, and I love. That's the only thing I ever order. Like
So you're not supposed to eat the whole family meal by yourself. Maybe that's why you're secreting oil out of your ass.
like they're like it's for a family, sir. You know,
A
like
family of me.
yeah, me.
A family of me.
Yeah.
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 Okay. This has gone on long enough.
I wonder, like, if like Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric argue on who's going to give their dad the case of tan oil for like Christmas. That big giant thing of tan spray. Like, who wants? Like, you know what I mean? Because like, what else do you get the man who has everything?
Tiny gloves.
I guess. Yeah. Tiny gloves. Give him like a fake presidency. That's what they should do to make him happy. Make him think he's still president.
Yeah, is that like what they do with like like those fake prom things for like at nursing homes and stuff? Where
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
like
oh, tonight's prom night, but tonight's president night at Donald Trump's fucking personal house.
it's basically like a life placebo. You know what I mean? Makes you think you're living the life you want to live. Hey, I think that's what Instagram's for, or Facebook, or any of those social media things that people like to pretend on. You know, like
Yeah.
only taking pictures of yourself at the beach, or reusing that picture of yourself at the beach every time you update your photo. You know, and you're like, look at me, I'm always on the beach. When you see that, you pretty much know that person's swimming in a pool of depression and they're probably on their way out. So if you see that, that's a cry for help. You should probably call that person right now. If you're constantly seeing pictures of them, living a life they're not living, or seeing like, old vacation pictures constantly, I mean, you might want to check in on it. Do a wellness check on those folks.
Nah, I don't want to talk to those people.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end this, order some Chinese food, and enjoy the rest of my day where I'm not thinking about fucking Predator New Blood.
It's really nice to know that if my depression ever takes over completely and I just, myself here without my dick in my hand, you know, I might just do that for you personally. But anyway, yeah, if that ever happens, it's nice to know that you'll check on me to see. Well, you'll just be texting me over and over again, morning or afternoon, dick.
Yeah, pretty much. But
And
yeah, I mean, how would I even know? Because like most of the time, whenever I ask you that, you don't answer anyway. Like I texted you that yesterday, like morning or afternoon. You're like, I'm just not gonna text anything back.
I didn't know you texted me yesterday.
Yeah, after I sent you the thing we were watching, like you never responded to that either. I just sent you the thing we were watching and asked morning or afternoon, and you're just like, fuck you.
I saw that, but I didn't know. I didn't notice you text. I must put my phone down or whatever.
But yeah, whatever. But yeah, I got nothing. I want to end this. So
Okay, go get yourself some ass secretion Chinese food.
I plan on it. So let's hope Saturday's episode is not meh.
It's us,
Yeah, it's us.
and
So
it's like
be meh.
it's us, and unless you have a winning scratch off, it's gonna be
Yeah, most likely. So anyway, on that note,
I'm not getting paid to have fake enthusiasm, so it's not gonna happen. If I was getting paid Jimmy Fallon money, yeah, I'd probably fake laugh like Fallon all day. But no.
but for like the 5th time, I'm ending this. So
Okay,
see ya, everybody.
fine.